What's up, guys? I hope everyone's doing well. It is another beautiful day out here. Just snowed again. It's just like the common theme, but I did want to do a couple videos for you guys because I know people are getting stir crazy and there's a lot of things you're probably doing. Gosh, look at that background. Just looks crazy cool. Because if you're like me and you're just looking at vehicles all the time, you're kind of wondering what you want to get after this quarantine ends. Hopefully it helps somebody out. Again, these are my opinions. I feel like I don't need to say that, but I always have to. I hope you guys enjoy them. And if you're on the fence on a vehicle, I hope it gives you some sort of information. Tacoma versus a 4Runner video. So if you need a truck, obviously you'll get the truck. If you need an SUV, you'll get the SUV. But if you're looking for a good overland rig, hope you guys enjoy this. Again, I hope everyone's doing well. If you're sick, I hope you feel better. If you're not sick and you're healthy, I hope you stay healthy. And let's all get through this. As always, put your comments in the comments below. We can argue it out. We can debate it. We can have some good times. I appreciate everyone when they reach out. So let's get started. Okay, so absolute first and foremost, this is not just going to be a talking video. I plan on including a lot of off-road footage, a lot of walk-arounds of both vehicles. That way you can kind of see what we did, configurations, and just better footage. That way you're not just getting a bunch of facts, because that's honestly, that just kind of gets boring. It's about as close to that tree as I want to get. I'm going to compare the 4Runner and the Tacoma. We've had both. These are the most recent generation. I wanted to start off with some basic facts just to kind of get things kicked off. Biggest thing that I like to mention about the two are the engines. First of all, you can get the Tacoma in 6-speed or in automatic, which is nice. The Tacoma comes in a 4-cylinder or a V6. The V6 is a 3.5 liter that has 278 horsepower and 265 pounds of torque. The 4Runner, however, has the 4.0. Although the horsepower is 270 and the torque range is 278, which is only about 18 more than the Tacoma, I think that engine is far more superior. Again, just my opinion, but just based off what we've used. Now, if you want a 6-speed, obviously Tacoma comes in from there. Both come with leather, all that stuff. You can look up the premium packages, the TRD OffRoad versus the Trail versus the Pro. There's a bunch of stuff out there. They both have a lot of that. One thing to note is if you do like a TRD Pro color, the Tacomas generally, the TRD Pro color from the year before, they make into a standard color the next year. So if you like, for example, the Cement, which was the TRD Pro color, you can get it in the TRD Off-Road the next year because they move it down into other ranges, whereas the 4Runner does not do that. Tacoma starts a little bit less expensive than the 4Runner, pretty standard. Tacoma tow rating is 6,400 pounds and the 4Runner is 5,000. Again, can you actually do 6,400 pounds? That's completely up to you and your opinion. Both tow perfectly fine. So if you're looking for something that can tow, standard trailer or something like that, both rigs do really, really well. The Tacoma have an edge. Wheelbase. I found this interesting just in case you are doing overlanding and whatnot and you want to get into some more technical trails. It does help to have wheelbase specs. So the Tacoma has a 127-inch wheelbase and the 4Runner has a 109-inch wheelbase. Obviously, towing the 127-inch wheelbase helps a lot. Last thing I want to know, sleeping configurations and interior. Tacoma, you can sleep in the bed. You can't really sleep inside. The 4Runner, you can sleep inside. But one thing to note about the 4Runner is if you do plan on sleeping inside of it, some come with a pull-out tray in the back area. And when you lay down the second row seating, it does not get completely flat. There's about a 3-inch diagonal angle in it. So if you plan on sleeping in it, you'll either have to build a platform or look for one with a pull-out tray. Neither one of them is really a big issue. You can sleep however you want to. It just depends on your configurations. All right, now let's get into some fun videos. I'm going to show you just bits and pieces of off-roading, hidden up trails, and just some configurations that I've kind of set up with both rigs there. But I did want to include some of this fun footage because I hate just videos of people just talking. So there we go. Got it. Up there on the view.
Go ahead and open. Now. You're coming down. It's going to be scary. Hey. Just real slow.
This is the TRD off-roading package. That's where we got it. We got it for its off-roading capabilities. We got it so we could take it basically anywhere we want. That was funny. So this is the interior. This is not leather. It's a material called Softex. In the premium package, it does come a little more, what David likes to call Gucci. So you have the red trim, the red seams in the seats, and you have the TRD in the headrest. You have the, I'm assuming it's faux carbon fiber, because I don't know why they would put carbon fiber there, but it looks, you know, it looks fancy. We got the seat warmers. That was important to me whenever we go off-roading in the winter. Have the seat warmers. Plus it's just nice to have sometimes. So up here we have what we really wanted. Really the only thing that we wanted with this is the lockers, the rear locker. We also have some crawling controls, and the back window does roll down. Of course they kept that traditional, I guess they keep it with every generation of 4Runner. Rolls down, rolls up, which is cool. And then, you know, just standard radio system. All that fun stuff. Let's go to the back. So it is pretty spacious back here. Cup holders. We thought that you had to actually take out the headrest in order to lay it flat, but there's this little lever on the side of the headrest. Push it down, flip that down. Yeah, look, there's even a space for it. That's awesome. So with the seats laid down, there's a lot of space. We used to sleep in the back of our JKU, and it was pretty spacey, but I think this is a lot more, and I'm really excited.
So I showed you the 4Runner. This is the TRD OffRoad 4x4. I took off the labels and everything, just kind of debadged and kind of show you what it looks like without that. Obviously I got the TRD OffRoad wheels on it. Went with 17s versus the stock 16s because I just prefer the 17s. So let's take a look at this in this configuration. As I noted in the interior of the 4Runner, this leather is just your standard leather. It's a little bit harder, which is fine. It's a work truck. Well, it's a truck, so you want it to be a little bit more durable. Got my ruck there, been training for elk season. Like I mentioned, this one does have 6 speeds, so you do have auto or manual configuration. We went with the 6-speed in this one. The interior on this is a little bit more basic, and that's what I was referring to in the earlier videos. So compared to the 4Runner, it's just a little bit more basic, which again, this is perfect for a truck setup. You don't have the window that goes down in the back, but the Toyota has the slider window. So if you're into that sort of thing, you have that option. Standard nav screen up here, all of that. They did keep the switches up top, so we do have our locker, our A-track, traction control, all of that is up top as well. Your 4x4 selector is over there. And then on the left side, where I keep my trailer brake controller, that's where you have your converter, and you also have your clutch start, cancel, or your bright light on-off switch, along with your lamp. So, just kind of a little bit comparison of how this looks in this setup. This one does have the sunroof. And I've been told, and everything that I read, is you have to get the sunroof when you get the leather premium option. This does have heated seats, which is one big thing for Shay. She really wanted the heated seats again, because obviously it gets a little cold out here. Let me show you the back real quick. Please excuse this mess. I do use this truck to work out of. If anyone's looking for an air pump, I use the Via Air 400P. It is awesome. I've used it on all my rigs and it's just been great. One thing you'll notice is the seats do lay flat back here. You just put your little headrest in the back part there and this goes flat. I have this dog hammock that works great for Moose when he's back here, and it works perfectly. It just creates this little hammock for him and it's perfectly flat for him to lay back here. And then your seats obviously have like a 60-40 split. So one seat still stays up if you want it to, or you can lay them all flat and it just becomes perfectly flat like this. So I mean, I guess if you were smaller, you could try and slide back there, but that's completely up to you. It works really well. And I just want to do a comparison for you so you can see both models, interiors, and just kind of how the configurations are all set up. Another thing that I will note is that there's 2 bed options. In case you're curious, you can get a 5-foot bed or a 6-foot bed, which basically extends the whole wheelbase of the whole setup. So if you do need more bed space, you have the option of doing both as well. So if you are looking and you only see a 6-foot bed option and you want the shorter one, just something to note. One more thing with towing, the 4Runner, I can't remember, I don't think it did have this, but the Tacoma does have the 7-pin along with the 4-pin. So if you need to do more towing, obviously the Tacoma is a better option for that. Cool. In Grand Junction, it is Sunday.
I have a grounding issue inside of my radio somewhere.
Easter. Obviously my CB is working. Really excited about that. Got this Smittybilt app up here just for shits and grins. Can't really see. There you go. Nav up here with the radio, and then I have Gaia maps up here set up. So as far as this station goes, I'm really happy with how this has all worked out and really impressed with all of this. All right, it's getting chilly. Okay, at the end of the day, I hope this video helped someone out. If you're on the fence between the Tacoma and the 4Runner, you can't go wrong with either. It really just depends on your needs and what you're looking for. People are probably gonna ask, so if I could start from scratch and I had to just start with one solid base, I'd probably lead towards the 4Runner just because I like to be able to sleep in the cabin, and I just think the engine configuration was a little bit better. For right now, the Tacoma works great because I do need a truck and I did need to have the bed space and stuff, so I'm looking forward to enjoying that for what it is. But at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either Toyota, especially with knowing that you can just take it out somewhere like that and have the reliability and be able to come back with that comfort. That really goes a long way. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. I hope this video is entertaining, informative, and not just too bland. I'm always looking for comments and improvement, so please comment. I try to reply to everybody as always. And again, hope everyone's being safe out there and just enjoying yourself as best as you can in this situation. And when it all ends, I look forward to seeing you all on the trail. So, we'll get at it. All right, have a good one, guys. I think it's about to start snowing again. Classic.